Steve Lampton for BTX talking about Belden speaker cables. Now I have two speaker cables in front of me. Now we make dozens and dozens of speaker cables. I just have two here. This one is 10 gauge. This is the largest regular speaker cable we make. And the interesting thing about this is called 5T00UP, a very weird part number, 5T00UP. It's the largest UL recognized speaker cable that we make. So if you're doing any kind of commercial install and fairly high power, you can use this. But if you're using real high power, like a kilowatt amp or bigger than that, well, you could put it on 10 gauge, but there's a problem, and that is that at a kilowatt, or even a little less than a kilowatt, if there's audio present and you touch the speaker terminals, this will kill you. So what UL noticed on some of these amplifiers is they needed to have some kind of writing over the speaker terminals to protect you, the user. And you'll see on these giant amplifiers it says over the speaker terminals, Class 1 wiring. Class 1 wiring, what's that? Class 1 wiring is like in your home, the AC wiring in your walls. You know, it's supposed to be safe so you don't electrocute yourself. Well, that's the thing. Speakers, if they're 1,000 watts or more, if you touch those speaker terminals when audio is present, you can kill yourself. And so they have Class 1 speaker cables, and here is one right here. This one is an 8 gauge speaker cable, pretty honkin' big conductors in here. And the whole point is, this is intended to keep you safe. This is Class 1 speaker cable. We make this 6 gauge, 8 gauge, 10, 12, or 14 gauge. All these different gauges. And the point is, it depends on how much power you're running. The biggest one we make, of course, will carry the most power. It also depends on how far you're running. So it's a question of calculating the loss characteristics of these cables. We also make high strand count versions of two of them, the 8 and the 10 gauge. Very high stranding, so it's more flexible, because this is not terribly flexible, as you can see. You know, I mean, you can flex it, but it's not easily flexed. We also make water-blocked versions of the 8 and 10 as well. So if you're going to direct bury it, like in a stadium or auditorium, or you're going to carry it around with a rock band and giant speakers and giant amplifiers, and it might be out in the rain, yeah, you should probably use a water-blocked version. That would help you survive something like water. So, there's just a couple of hints about speakers and speaker cables. Thanks for watching.